Welcome, my little couch potatoes, to the comfiest courtroom on the internet. I'm your host, Llama, and it's time for dramatic testimony, overruled objections, and absolutely unqualified opinions. So grab your snuggiest blanket, some delicious snacks, and get ready to watch court with your internet besties. This is Couch Court with Llama.
Good morning, couch potatoes. It's Friday. Who's excited it's Friday? I am. We made it through what might have been one of the most painful first weeks back of a trial ever. But we did it together. Strong we are. So happy Friday to everyone. Day 5 of the Paul Caneiro trial. We've actually had a reasonable day of court yesterday. So hopefully that continues today. Good morning, Lady in Gray. Ooh, I see the cold. It is cold. It is 21 degrees. We're supposed to get a little bit of snow here. Nothing crazy. Some places getting like 24 inches of snow, but not here, thank goodness. But it is cold, and I'm not a fan of it. Hello, Teresia. Good morning. Hope you're doing well and warm as well. I mean, I got my winter socks on, my winter slipper booties. I got all my layers. Llama loves her layers, like so much. So, welcome. I was up very late last night recording Couch Court After Dark, day 3 of Virginia versus Brendan Banfield. It's a long one, I'll tell you that. They had quite a few witnesses, but it seems like it's going to be wrapping up soon. So, like, the prosecution's supposed to be done Tuesday. I'm like, oh, man. And they say, we're going to be here for 10 weeks, which I don't think we're going to be here for 10 weeks. Who here thinks we're going to be here for 10 weeks? I don't. Teresa says 16 here, also a little snow coming. Like, we got little, like, patches of snow around, but nothing crazy. Yesterday, when we learned that the defense hasn't even handed over any sort of witness list because, well, they don't have to. That's not what that argument was about, but Monica was just like, well, we can call anybody that's listed in the report. So, and it's like, okay, but like, could you let everybody else kind of know who you're calling? And she said, was it in her opening statements? I think it was. That she said this trial is only going to be like 5, 6, or 7 weeks instead of 10. I don't know. I think so. But, well, fair point, Buffy. She says we might if they keep arguing in circles. Yeah. Monica had some strong moments, but like, girl. And who did we leave off on yesterday? Hold on. Let me see my banner because that's going to remind me who we left off on. Oh, I don't even have the name on this banner because I probably missed it. Whoever was up on the stand yesterday, they're still testifying today. I know it was a detective from Keith's home because the end of the day was very sad. They were at Keith's home, and that's when they discovered the fire and the bodies, and just hearing what happened to Jennifer, the mother, and little Sophia, it was definitely hard to hear and made me cry a little bit. So it could be another rough day. Those days are definitely going to be rough. But the male defense attorney, Andy, is the one who was doing like objections or talking. So it looks like we might get Andy today. Who is, you'd be like, who could be worse than talking in circles than Monica? Andy. He is the worst. Yes, that's how he likes to ask us questions. Actually, I don't think I put enough time in between each word. So, yeah, that to look forward to. But the state did say that they have 2 witnesses that they were going to call out of order. Usually that's done because availability. It's not really, you got to do what you got to do. So the lead detective from Keith's house may not come on until later in the morning or this afternoon to finish his testimony. So. Oh, Lady in Gray. Yep, it's exactly like this. And you should understand what he's been trying to say for the last 10 minutes. Oh boy. Oh boy. It's going to be rough. Anywho, so yesterday I have a few major questions so far. The first being, we did get some answers. Okay, we did know that the dogs were saved from the fire at Paul's house and then taken to a family friend's. One of his daughters took them over there. So we finally figured out what happened to the dogs. And we also found out who Claudia is. Claudia was the babysitter nanny for Keith's family. She was not at the house the day of the fire because I think it's because Sophia was sick. Or at least we know that Sophia had been home from school because she was sick. So we figured out those two mysteries. What we still don't have answers for are the two men who were apparently dressed in black with black ball caps on at 4:30 in the morning over messing around outside Paul's house when the fire started, because that's what the two neighbors across the street testified to. One saw the men. She didn't call 911 when she saw them in the fire, but I mean, maybe she thought somebody was calling or that, they belong there or something. And then Mr. Harrington next door heard them, but didn't see them. He didn't get out of bed. He was like, which I don't blame him. I wouldn't get out of bed either at 4:30 in the morning. And the reason that they're interesting is because Heather said the fires had already started, but a notification for the fires didn't go out until 5 o'clock. So that's very interesting. And where are they? Who are they? Did they look any further into who these two guys could be? Because there was no reason for them to be there. So that's still been on my mind. The other thing that's been on my mind is, so if Paul did this, right, he thought it all out, really, as far as we know. We don't know all the evidence. They have not really gotten into a lot of damning evidence against Paul murder-wise. But if he did all this over at Keith's, including cutting the power and the generator and smoldering smoke and all of that, why would he then go back to his house, set two fires, one literally right next to his gas main, which, I don't know, could cause your house to freaking explode with you in it? Or even if you're outside with your family in the car, you don't want to be by. Maybe explode isn't the right word, but maybe it'd be really serious. It'd be a gamble, okay? Why would you go set a fire next to the gas main? That seems pretty dumb. And according to them, we haven't heard this testimony yet, but they did mention in opening statements that there was a plastic tub there with the clothes from the murder with Sophia's blood on them. Bullets, I don't remember if they're spent or unspent, were in the clothes. And it was on fire on that side as well, which is very weird why you would even do that. But not all criminals are smart, but I think these are some interesting questions that they don't really make a lot of sense. We did hear about Corey a few times. That's brother number 3, Caneiro brother number 3, yesterday, who had went over to Paul's after the fire, but before they went to the police station. He showed up, gave him some money. Paul and his family allegedly are saying that, according to Monica, okay, but there's not a report, it's just her word, that the family felt that they were being very mistreated by the police because they were held there for so long and they just wanted to leave, which they could have left at any point in time, though it sounded like they had lawyers with them. But basically, Monica was like, yeah, they believed that they were trying to leverage the information from what was happening at Keith's house to get Paul and his family to talk or cooperate. Now, whether or not that's true, don't know, because it sure as hell surprised the prosecution team. They're like, what are you even saying right now? There's a whole big delay, and Monica dropped some case law, and the judge went back and read it and was like, well, I guess she's right. She doesn't have to turn over stuff to you guys if she doesn't want to. Defense doesn't have to do that. Not that she had anything to turn over. And prosecutors Chris was like, well, I sure hope she's going to call the wife and daughters, because I would love to cross them, because they have not been talking to the prosecution. I don't believe that these were the original prosecutors on the case. So I don't know when they came on, but I don't think they were the original ones, because they're also like, apparently Paul's family does not like the prosecution, which who would, I suppose. But there were a few spicy moments yesterday. There's also the fire marshal guy who used ChatGPT, which was very annoying, and I had to go on my rant about that. But it was the most exciting and normal-ish day of trial we've had so far in 5 days, which is just in itself amazing. Like, what? Why? Oh, I hear some buzzing. Buzz, 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 buzz. Oh, I need to switch on my things here. We'll just do that. So, nope, that's not right. Where is the one that I'm supposed to use? Because I don't think that's it. Oh, wait, that's because it goes over the top, Llama, you silly goose. But I feel like that one's not. I feel like that one's not the right one, though. Oh, you know why? Because I don't have it full screen. Jeez, you guys, I'm so tired. Okay, I'm so tired. And as soon as court starts, I got to sit under my sad lizard lamp to recharge for the day. Just to let you know. Buffy says, wouldn't Paul's wife have spousal privilege, though? Yeah, I would think so. I think that's also a good factor. So I don't know why the prosecution's being like, well, she won't talk to us. Like, she doesn't have to. As far as I'm concerned, or understand that she doesn't have to. I mean, I could be wrong. I think there are some things that they can or they can't. I don't really know. I don't think I've watched a trial where that's been brought up. So, I mean, obviously it gets brought up, but I don't think I have any knowledge of what all that means. So, but the daughters wouldn't. The daughters wouldn't have privilege, I wouldn't think. So, I don't know. Good morning, Cassandra. And good morning. I hope we have a good day of testimony, too. Oh, let's hope that people are learning their lessons each day and come to court prepared and get whatever it is they're trying to say out. Please and thank you. Lady in Gray says she has privilege to things he told her. It doesn't cover things he did or things she said or did. Okay. Interesting. I mean, I figure if she was to take the stand, she probably has her own lawyer. Now, well, they also said yesterday that there was a time where the whole family, Paul's whole Caneiro family, all had the same lawyer, which prosecutor Chris said yesterday that, well, I do have a witness I could bring in regards to whatever his family was saying. And he said, but I know the defense is going to argue about attorney-client privilege, and I'm wondering if it was the lawyer for the whole family, because I think how attorney-client privilege works is between like just one person and the attorney. The minute you have somebody else in the room, it's not so privileged anymore. But I don't know that to be 100% true, because I'm not a lawyer. I just like trials. But I think that takes that privilege and dumps it in the garbage. So if you ever go talk to a lawyer, maybe not bring things along, bring other people along. But I wonder who that is. But I think the prosecution is a little pissed and might start going hard on this case, which, okay, why aren't we? I mean, why aren't we going hard? Okay, there's 2 arsons, a family of 4 is dead, with horrific things happening to the children. And you're like, well, we've been playing nice, but we may go harder on you if that's how you want to be. Well, I'm sorry. I expect you to be going hard if this is a quadruple murder case. But okay. I don't know. Things are a little weird in New Jersey. No offense to New Jersey. Shit's weird everywhere. Okay. I just haven't watched a trial in New Jersey. So I always enjoy seeing how different states do things. You know, Mississippi was an interesting ride. Massachusetts, oof, what a hot mess express that place is. Mm. You know what else I forgot to tell you guys yesterday? So it turns out, you guys know the case of Corey Richens, who allegedly poisoned her husband with fentanyl to overdose. And then she wrote the kids' book about grieving, and they say it was Corey that did that. And so apparently they approved for her trial to be live streamed, which starts February 23rd. So we may be ramped up with this to watch Corey. So keeping it on the back burner. I don't know, or that might be an after dark. We'll have to see how this one goes. But that was a case we did not think was going to be televised, and then it turns out it's going to. Because just issued the order the other day, so that's exciting. Oh, it's my dog, not a mouse. Not going to talk about that today. Lady in Gray says he could definitely cross the wife over what Monica stated. She said about feeling leveraged because that is the wife's alleged claim. See, I would think so too. I would think so too. So, I mean, because he was like, bring her now. I want to cross her now. He's very dramatic. Dramatic and irritated. Not that I blame him. Most of yesterday was me being dramatic and irritated. So, but it looks like we're starting late today. What is going on? We did so good starting on time. And I went downhill yesterday and today. But anywho, you guys, if you're members of our YouTube channel tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern, for all of our YouTube members, is TMI, Too Much Internet. It's a fun little show we do every Friday at 9 p.m., mostly for our members. It's public once a month on the first Friday. And it's going to be me and Amos, Lady in Gray, and Felix. And we just talk about funny stuff we've had on the internet, watch a bunch of videos, have a good time. You'll laugh a lot. This week has been very hard to get through, almost painful between this and Banfield. So Friday nights, we just sit back and laugh and have a good time. Promise you won't leave disappointed. So if you're a member, if you're not a member, click the join button on YouTube. You should become one. And join us tonight. Also, if your besties members are higher, I think some of you were gifted those the last couple days. Saturday at noon Eastern is Llama Learns About. So I thought I was going to have a family in town, but the weather, snowstorm, can't do that. So that way they're not driving through hell to get here. And so I will be doing Llama Learns About at noon on Saturday. So that's a fun time. We pick a couple topics. What are our topics? I think there's like a radio hostage situation that we'll be learning about. Hold on, let me pull it up. We are going to be learning about syndrome of subjected doubles. I don't know what that means. The WCPO TV hostage situation, and dogs in warfare. And if we have some extra time, I usually let the chat pick a number, and whatever that number is on my spreadsheet, we learn about it. We have fun, it's silly, and it's a good time. So if you're not, become a member today. Also, if you guys haven't signed up for Twitch yet, I'm over there. I only need 3 more followers on Twitch to be affiliated, okay, which means cool things going to happen on the channel over there. So if you haven't yet, join Couch Court with Llama on Twitch. Super easy. Chat's kind of fun over there. You get to do a lot of cool stuff there that you don't get to do here. So please do that. Is my Twitch even live right now? Yes, it is. Okay. I forgot to check it. Lady in Gray, thank you. She says Llama Learns is a highlight. It's fun. It's one of my favorite things to do, honestly. Super silly. That's right. It's free over on Twitch. It's free. You get to pick your own color. You get all sorts of fun emojis to use. It's easy to reply back to people. You can earn channel points to where you can unlock certain things. I don't know what off the top of my head. But every day you log on and watch, you earn points. You earn points by being the first in chat, all sorts of things. So a lot of fun over there on the Twitch. So, speaking of, I should probably put the comments on screen. What is this, your first day, Llama? No, it feels like it's been 84 years. This trial. 84 years. But yeah, so those are our shows for the weekend. There is no court on Monday. So we get a nice 3-day weekend to rest up, keep what little sanity we have left, maybe, re-energize. Excuse me. And also, if you haven't watched the After Dark from last night, there is a lot of llama burps. Okay, I'm just going to warn y'all now. A lot. So you'll definitely find it very funny. Let's see. And it turns out that maybe Llama shouldn't read things and record at 11:30 at night after she's been streaming all day because her brain doesn't work. She's a little delusional, maybe. I don't know. She's a mess. You guys love her. So thank you. Andrew says I'm going to check it out. I've never heard of it. I'm not a huge Twitch. We're all learning together. Elbow Feet, he streams on Twitch. You can find him at Elbow Feet. He streams video games and things like that. So he's kind of teaching me Twitch because I don't really know anything about it. But it seems fun. I'm there. We're there. So at the very least, that's fun, right? Lady in Gray says, I know that hurts your feelings to have 3 days off. I know. I know. Oh, you know what? I'm going to be so mad if every day for the next 3 days I just wake up at 7:30. I'll be so mad. No, thank you. Because that's what usually happens. I did have a very bad dream last night. I had a dream somebody was trying to kill me and they shot me in the stomach. It's awful. So maybe I shouldn't tell stories, true crime stories that late at night. Okay. So, right? Same Lady Gray. That's what always happens, right? You're like, oh, turn all my alarms off, put my phone on silent. No. Also, I had to switch. My old coffee maker finally broke. It was already on its last leg. Like it should have been put down years ago. Okay. And so it finally went kaput. And so we put in our new one that we've had for 6 years or something that we've never taken out of the box. And you can program it, right? The last 2 days, I've messed that up. Yesterday, it didn't program, and I'm like, why isn't it happening? And the OFE was like, because the main time is an hour off. So that's why it wasn't brewed for you. It wouldn't brew for another hour. And I was like, yeah, okay. Because for some reason, still, in this day and age, it's impossible to set the times on these machines. I mean, why? Why make it so hard that I have to start all over again if I go too far? But anyhow, so then last night, I was like, all right, I got the time set and matched, cool. Program my coffee to start at 7 in the morning, which is 30 minutes before I wake up. So it is ready to go, and I just got it. Wake up, there's like this much coffee in there. I'm like, what? What's that? Oh, it's because I didn't fill it up with anything. I didn't put any water in. I didn't put any new coffee. Nothing. So I'll get it. Coffee makers are hard. Set your timepieces, Llama. Does everyone have their timepieces? Oh, I love that. I don't know if you caught me using timepieces in one of the things I wrote about last night, Lady in Gray. But I was like, that's the perfect opportunity to use that. Put it in my lexicon. There's this program for 3 a.m. every morning. Ooh, girl, stop it. 3? Oh, I could only imagine what all I could get done if I was up at 3 in the morning. All that quiet time. Oh, that must be amazing. Yeah, no one's allowed to touch the time on the coffee maker. I've been like, nope, it's there, it's fine. So hopefully, well, I can't program it. Well, oh well. Anyway, that's my coffee maker dilemma, and that's interesting, I guess. What else do we have to talk about? I wasn't expecting court to be this late, Your Honor. What is this about? Yesterday they had to question a juror, but it ended up not being a big deal. The judge told the jury not to worry about whatever they talked with juror number 4. And honestly, that's really not that big of a deal. Sometimes it can be as simple as like the lawyers got into an elevator and that juror was in there. They could say nothing, but then that lawyer has to go tell the judge, hey, I was in the elevator with juror number 4, if that's what happened. This is a hypothetical. And so then the judge has to question the juror to make sure nothing was said or anything like that. And it's probably something like that because the juror is still on and it didn't really seem like a big deal. So just because they talked to a juror doesn't mean anything actually happened. Sometimes it does. They only have 3 alternates because they lost the juror on the first day to the flu. So, which is crazy for a 10-week trial. So, but I don't think it's going to be 10 weeks. Of course, maybe that's just hopeful wishing. Trying in my way of coping. We're not gonna do this every week. No, I am glad that we've started talking about anything that wasn't finances. So I'm very glad that they nipped that in the bud because I'll be honest, I don't know if I would have made it today if we were still covering financials. I don't think any of us would. I think we would have been like, let's play a game. What are they doing? Oh my goodness. All right, what else do I have to talk about? I didn't really come prepared. Let's see. I talked about that and that. What do you guys want to talk about? Or I'm just sitting here drinking all my coffee and barely awake. There's the other trial coming up too, Arkansas versus Aaron Spencer, which is a very interesting case. Oh, well, I know what I'll talk about after this. But that's not going to be televised. They're not allowing any electronics in the courtroom. The judge sounds like a real Judge Gall from Delphi's case. Seems very similar in how they conduct their court. So, fortunately, I'm probably not going to be able to cover that. But if you're not familiar with it, you should look it up. But I believe the Matas over at Defense Diaries are going to be there in person like they were with Delphi. So, I imagine Bob and Allie have some amazing, reporting after they're done. They did a great job in Delphi as well. So, good morning, Savage. Says juror number 4 let it slip that she was Team Edward and the judge, who is full on Team Jacob, was compelled to have a word with her. What is
care about each other? I tell you, that stop made me understand.
Okay, well, but I don't care what you have to say right now. No offense, ma'am. What happened? Uno momento, friends. Why did they cut the feed? Is there no court today? Oh my God. I don't know if I would be happy or sad. No. Okay. That is not what happened. Because court TV is still up. Well, we'll pull that one up for right now. Let's see if court TV said anything. Update. One of the jurors is out sick today, and they're deciding how to move forward. Oh boy. Because I know that they're like, we do not want to get rid of 2 jurors in the first week. And that's why they should have had 18 jurors. So see, you're still up there. But that's what Court TV said in their chat. That's specifically what they said. So you'd like to know the jury makeup? I don't think they've said. I haven't seen anywhere they've said, but honestly, I haven't really looked either. So there's quite a few men and women that I do hear. There's a guy who always talks back to the judge. That they seem fun. There's also, what is it, juror 14 and 16 or 15 and 16 that can't hear well. But I don't know if it's they can't hear well or where they're sitting makes it hard for them to hear. I'm not really sure what the judge meant by that. Maybe he took a plea. Oof, I don't think so. Honestly, look, they haven't shown much of anything yet, and that's fine, okay? Because it's what, day 5, all right? Remember, we are supposed to assume and believe that he is innocent, and the state has to prove his guilt, okay? So far, it's only day 5, and they've just gotten into things, so don't come after me with your pitchforks. So far, though, for me, they haven't said anything really too alarming about Paul. In regards to the murders, even the money's a little questionable because Keith was kind of doing the same thing, but I could see being like, all right, yeah, that's not great. What you were doing, trying to hide money and take it, not cool, Paul. Even if it was okay, not cool. So those are strikes, but they haven't said much about the murder where I'm like, ooh, that's bad for you, Paul. Yet, it's only day 5, and they've only started discussing it. But, I mean, the police said he wasn't being weird or suspicious in any way, acting pretty normal. They kept trying to say, oh, there was a burn on his hand. It was not a burn. We saw a picture because Paul said he hit it on the door frame, and they didn't take the picture for several hours later. I forget what time, but it was 7 p.m. or something like that. And the fire happened at 5 a.m., right? So over 12 hours had went by when they finally took the picture of his hand, which looks worse because that's how that works. And it's just bruised and like, yeah, there's a tiny cut. But I've literally had my hand look like that from hitting my hand against the door frame. So it didn't look like a burn to me, but I'm not a medical expert. So I don't know. You thought I got some really cool sound effects to play with? No, I didn't. Bleeding Gray says, if that's a burn, I have burns all over. Yeah, like what? It did not look like a burn to me at all. And I've seen some pretty gnarly ones, not on me, but on elbow feet. Because he used to work in restaurants, like cooking and stuff. Oh boy, those grease burns can look real nasty. Which is not the same kind of burn Paul could have had, but I see what burns look like, and it didn't look like that. Then fire marshal AI fire marshal guy, that's what we're going to call him, said that Paul told him he went to sleep at 6 p.m. This does bring some question marks for me regarding Paul. Said that Paul told him he went to bed at 6 p.m. on the night of the 19th, which would have been what, as far as we know, we hear the recordings of Keith yelling at Paul, wanting the password to the trust account. We don't remember what time it was. It was between 3 and 6 because Paul had called him, called the CPA. So I just don't remember the timeline there. But Paul said he went to bed at 6, woke up at 11 p.m. To take some medicine, and then worked on the computer for a little bit, and then went back to sleep until the fire. And that's kind of weird. But, I mean, we don't know what kind of medicine he was taking or if that's normal or anything like that for him. I don't know. I mean, I guess people that have the flu right now, if I could fall asleep at 6 p.m., Oh, you would have the most alert llama ever right now, I'll tell you what. But you guys pointed out yesterday, there's lots of reasons why somebody would go to bed at 6 p.m. So, hi, Dave. Yeah. We start early over here. Very early. We're on at 8:20. The court's not here. We may not even have court today, which, police, I won't be upset about it at all. Oh my gosh, a 4-day week. No, so apparently, according to Court TV, let's pull up their little chatty chat. Where'd that go? According to Court TV, court canceled today. Sorry. I love hanging out with you guys. I do. I love my job. I love hanging out with you guys, but we have earned this. So, I don't know if you guys can see Court TV's message right here. Court canceled today because a juror called in sick right here. One of the jurors is out sick today, and they're deciding how to move forward. So, oh man, am I going to be able to go back to sleep? No, but this is actually really convenient for me. So that's great. So this is, or maybe it's Dave, right? Maybe it was you, Dave. They were like, you know what? Dave doesn't need to be up this early. We're just going to make it so that doesn't need to happen. Good morning, P. Lola's mom. Just in time. There's no court today. Juror is out sick. And they only have so many. So they decided to cancel court for today, which gives us a 4-day weekend. Because Monday is Martin Luther King Jr. Day, so there's no court. There was also, Pilos said something I thought about Tuesday too, but we don't know that for sure. Definitely today and Monday. So I love that. Mom needs a nap. Maybe the defense will write down questions over the weekend. I got 4 days. Make a list of questions. That'd be great. So that way, when we come back on Tuesday, we're not dicking around and wasting everybody's time. So, well, kiddos, love this. As I said, if you are a member, tonight's TMI, 9 p.m. For all members, Saturday, noon, for Besties and Hires, Llama Learns About. We're going to learn about some fun stuff together. So in case you miss me, I'll still be there. If you're not a part of our Discord, the Courtyard, you should. The link is, I think, in the description and our YouTube about. Sunday is the premiere of Night of the Seven Kingdoms on HBO, and we're going to have a little group watch party for it over there on the Courtyard, and I'll be there, so that's exciting. But yeah, I think that's all I got for you guys. I hope you all have a wonderful weekend. Get lots of rest, find your happy places, go buy some stress balls, maybe a lot of them, because we're probably still going to need them. Okay, so make sure you do that. Stay warm for everyone that's getting the winter storms and the -0 wind chills. Oof, stay warm, get on warm socks. But yeah, so thank you all for being here today. Love you very much. And until Tuesday morning at 8:25 probably. Buffy knows me so well. She's been setting them at that time. Until then, you guys have a wonderful weekend and go forth and be amazing. All right. Bye, guys.